Welcome to Bookmarked, your go-to place for inspiring stories, book summaries, and life-changing lessons from the world's greatest books. Every Sunday and Wednesday, we bring you powerful ideas that can transform your mindset and life. Today's video is all about Man's Search for Meaning, written by Viktor Frankl, a renowned psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. This book is not just a memoir of one of history's darkest periods, but also a profound guide on how humans find purpose even amidst unimaginable suffering. It's considered one of the most influential psychology books of the 20th century. Have you ever wondered, how can we find meaning in the darkest moments of life? What gives people the strength to survive and even thrive when everything seems lost? In this video, we'll explore Frankl's powerful answers and timeless lessons. Viktor Emil Frankl was born in Vienna, Austria, in 1905. From a young age, he was fascinated by human psychology, especially the question, what makes life worth living? He pursued medicine and specialized in neurology and psychiatry, focusing on depression and suicide prevention. By his early 30s, he had already made significant contributions to mental health care in Austria. But then came the darkest period of the 20th century, World War II. In 1942, Frankl, along with his wife and family, was deported to the Nazi concentration camps. He spent over 3 years in several camps, including Auschwitz and Dachau, where millions were tortured and killed. In those camps, Frankl lost almost everything: his parents, his brother, and his pregnant wife. But what he didn't lose was his mind and his will to live. Instead of breaking down, he observed. He studied how some people managed to stay mentally strong while others gave up. He asked, why do some people survive mentally, even when everything is taken away? This observation became the foundation of a revolutionary idea, that even in the most horrific situations, life can have meaning. After the war, he went on to write Man's Search for Meaning, based on his experiences and insights. The book sold over 16 million copies and is now considered one of the most important psychological works of the last century.
Frankl's life is not just a story of survival.
It's the story of how meaning can save the human soul. So what is the central message of Man's Search for Meaning? Viktor Frankl believed that the primary motivation in life is not pleasure or power, but the pursuit of meaning. This idea became the foundation of his unique therapeutic approach, logotherapy. The word logos in Greek means meaning, so logotherapy literally means healing through meaning. While Freud emphasized pleasure and Adler focused on power and control, Frankl argued that humans are driven by a need to understand why they are alive, to have a reason to endure suffering. According to Frankl, even in extreme pain or hopelessness, we can survive if we have a why. He famously quoted Nietzsche, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." Logotherapy teaches that life always has meaning. Even when the situation is tragic or unchangeable, we still have one freedom left: the freedom to choose our attitude. Imagine being in a concentration camp, stripped of everything: your clothes, your home, your loved ones. Yet, Frankl believed that you could still control one thing: how you respond. That response, that mindset, is where our power lies. He wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." In logotherapy, the therapist does not tell the patient what their purpose is. Instead, they help the person discover it for themselves. It might be through their work, relationships, or even their suffering. For example, a person grieving might find meaning in honoring a loved one's memory. A cancer patient may discover purpose in inspiring others. Frankl believed that meaning is unique and personal. What gives you purpose might not give the same to someone else. And that's okay. In a world full of distractions, logotherapy reminds us to ask deeper questions. Why am I here? What do I live for? Because if we know the why, we can handle almost any how. Now, let's dive into the 3 fundamental pillars of Viktor Frankl's philosophy, the ideas that empower us to find meaning even in the toughest situations. First pillar, the choice of attitude. Frankl emphasized that no matter what life throws at us, we always have one freedom that cannot be taken away: the freedom to choose our attitude toward any circumstance. Even when we can't change what happens to us, we can decide how to respond. This simple choice shapes our experience and can transform suffering into strength. Second pillar, purpose and meaning. Having a clear purpose or mission is essential for human survival and happiness. Purpose might be personal goals, passion projects, or responsibility towards loved ones. When we know what we are living for, we can endure great hardships. Purpose fuels hope and resilience, giving us a reason to carry on. Third pillar, love as ultimate meaning. Frankl wrote, "The salvation of man is through love and in love." He believed love connects us beyond physical presence. Love gives us strength and meaning even when we are separated from those we care about. Whether it's love for a person, an ideal, or a cause, love inspires us to survive and grow. Together, these 3 pillars, attitude, purpose, and love, form the foundation of logotherapy and help us live meaningful, fulfilling lives. Viktor Frankl's story is not just theory, it is deeply personal. During his time in Nazi concentration camps like Auschwitz and Dachau, he faced unimaginable suffering. He lost his parents, his brother, and even his pregnant wife. Yet, amid the horror, Frankl noticed something remarkable. He saw that those prisoners who held on to a sense of meaning were more likely to survive. For example, one prisoner found strength by imagining his wife's smile. Another survived by holding on to the hope of finishing a book or reuniting with family. Frankl himself focused on a clear purpose: to help others after the war through his work as a psychiatrist. This purpose gave him mental strength and hope, even when conditions were brutal and bleak. He understood that survival was more than just physical endurance, it was psychological and spiritual. The will to live came from meaning, not just biology. These powerful experiences formed the backbone of his book, Man's Search for Meaning. They remind us that even in the darkest times, meaning can save the human spirit. How can we apply Viktor Frankl's lessons from Man's Search for Meaning in our modern lives? Life today is full of challenges, stress, loss, uncertainty, and sometimes even despair. But Frankl's philosophy reminds us that even in difficult times, we have the freedom to find meaning. Ask yourself, what gives my life purpose? It could be your family, your passions, your work, or the way you help others. When faced with hardship, remember, your attitude is your choice. Instead of feeling like a victim, you can choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth. By taking responsibility for your life and actively searching for meaning, you build resilience. Logotherapy encourages us to live purposefully, to seek out and embrace what truly matters. Whether it's small daily actions or big life decisions, focusing on meaning can bring peace and motivation. In a world full of distractions, Frankl's message is clear. We find happiness not by avoiding suffering, but by finding meaning within it. So, what have we learned from man's search for meaning? Viktor Frankl showed us that even in the most unimaginable pain, life can still hold purpose. We may not always be able to control our circumstances, but we can always control how we respond to them. Attitude, purpose, love. These are the pillars of a meaningful life. As you go forward, ask yourself, what is my why? Because when you know your why, you can survive anyhow. Thank you for watching Bookmarked. If this message touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Blue Book comment below. What gives your life meaning? We'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep searching for your meaning and stay inspired.